This is the barbaric betrayal of a narcissist when you are satisfied with you, don't give up, and make him sudden death. Narcissistic abuse leaves lasting scars on one's mental health, necessitating the recognition and acknowledgement of its severity for both victims and those supporting them. Empathy for those who have endured abuse at the hands of a narcissist can only truly come from those who have experienced it firsthand. Questions like, "Why did you stay for so long?" or "Why didn't you see it coming?" may arise from others, casting doubt on the validity of the survivor's traumatic experience. It is crucial to understand that the manipulative and abusive tactics employed by narcissists can cloud the victim's perception and make it incredibly challenging to recognize the abuse and break free. Narcissists excel in manipulation, often discarding their victims once they no longer serve their purpose. The sudden abandonment without explanation can leave victims feeling bewildered and deeply hurt. It is important to recognize that the lack of empathy and inability to form healthy connections lie within the narcissist, not due to any deficiency in the victim themselves. Being aware of the warning signs of a toxic relationship with a narcissist is essential to protect oneself from further harm. Some key warning signs include constant negation of emotions and experiences, gaslighting and psychological manipulation, lack of genuine care for the individual, an unhealthy obsession with control and dominance, and a consistent pattern of shifting blame onto others instead of taking personal responsibility. Remember that there are others who have experienced similar hardships, and you deserve to be in a loving and supportive partnership. This is precisely why narcissists will inevitably betray you once they have used you to fulfill their own desires. Above all, it is important to understand that true understanding of a narcissist's core is almost impossible. Initially, they may display compassion and thoughtfulness, but as their power rises, their true colors emerge, revealing a monstrous side previously unknown to you. However, this dark side does not persist forever, as the narcissist soon reverts back to their charming persona. They constantly oscillate between these contrasting personalities, ensuring that you never lose sight of them. The constant need to adapt your thoughts and emotions due to this instability can be incredibly frustrating. Positive and negative emotions become distorted and inverted, leaving you perplexed. In healthy relationships, neither partner's core nature undergoes sudden and unexplained transformations, unlike the turbulent dynamics of a relationship with a narcissist. One moment they can be cruel and distant, and in the next, kind and angelic. The mind struggles to reconcile the paradox that the same person who brings immense joy can also inflict severe pain, leading to profound confusion. Do they truly embody the traits of a narcissist? If so, what purpose does it serve? You may question why they once seemed perfect for you at certain times in the relationship, but such inquiries have no place in a healthy relationship. Can you truly ascertain who they are without any doubt? If you have experienced something similar, sharing your thoughts in the comments section can help other survivors realize they are not alone. Furthermore, despite being aware that you should distance yourself from the narcissist, your emotions hinder your ability to do so. It is because you can never predict a narcissist's behavior due to their ever-changing nature. Merely being in their presence triggers a chemical reaction in your brain and body, creating an intense longing for their companionship. Despite understanding that spending time with them is detrimental to your well-being, you find yourself continually drawn to them. It is not their care or concern that motivates this pull. It is your own nervous system yearning for profound connections with others. You may have felt an instant bond with them when you first met, but normal relationships do not operate this way. Although it may be painful, sometimes you must break free from the grip of someone who is not a good fit for you. However, with a narcissist, it feels as though you are trapped. You know deep down that you need to move on, yet a part of you clings to the doomed relationship. Remind yourself of the positive aspects of your inability to let go and hope that they will soon realize the terrible mistake they are making. Despite your best efforts and the passage of time, nothing ever seems to change. In fact, the situation only seems to worsen. Thirdly, an overwhelming sense of mental anguish and sorrow engulfs you. When you experience harm at the hands of a narcissist, not only do you lose the person you once were, but also the version of yourself that you aspired to be, intensifying the grieving process. The shattered hopes of a brighter future with this individual break your heart. The sacrifices you made for this relationship, your time, love, career, finances, and even your children, leave you feeling miserable. The realization of how easily you were manipulated and deceived during your time together adds to your profound sadness. For many, the emotional pain stems from the betrayal experienced when the love bombing is revealed to be nothing more than a facade. They made you believe that your perspective and beliefs were right, only to abandon you when you needed their support, leaving you vulnerable to the world's harsh realities. The agony you feel is warranted, as such experiences are unheard of in healthy, happy partnerships. While you may currently feel downtrodden, it is essential to remember that this pain is not permanent. Recovering from the betrayal inflicted by a narcissist requires time and deliberate effort. The grieving process encompasses a range of complex emotions, and healing takes time. 4. Shock and disbelief consume you. Witnessing the depths of human cruelty firsthand is unimaginable unless experienced personally. You have been stolen from, deceived, and led to believe in a beautiful lie. Instead of granting you tranquil nights, they granted you nightmares. The very introduction of this person has turned your world upside down, leaving you astounded. It is difficult to fathom that they possess such a malicious side. The idea that someone could undergo such a drastic transformation or exist as nothing more than an illusion is unfathomable. In the face of such tragedy, it is natural to question your own resilience and wonder if you overlooked the glaringly evident signs. You may feel foolish for not recognizing the opportunity to end this charade. Cold, cruel, and entrapping accurately describe the true nature of the narcissist and the relationship you had with them. The lack of authenticity, openness, intimacy, and genuine connection becomes apparent. It was all part of a heartless game played at the expense of your life. No one can fully comprehend the reasoning behind such behavior or put themselves in your shoes to explain it. Now we arrive at the penultimate point, number 5. Interestingly enough, the most recent consideration is the presence of PTSD symptoms, a connection not commonly associated with the trauma of narcissistic abuse. You may find yourself grappling with sleep disturbances, appetite disruptions, difficulty initiating tasks, hypervigilance, chronic exhaustion, emotional and visual flashbacks, moments of dissociation, and challenges focusing. It is important to note that these symptoms do not encompass mental, physical, or hormonal disorders such as irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, or hypothyroidism. Unique manifestations like cognitive dissonance, trauma bonding, and Stockholm syndrome make the healing process from narcissistic abuse particularly complex. In healthy, normal relationships, such overwhelming reactions are absent. Temporary periods of low mood may arise following the end of a healthy relationship, but gradual improvement ensues. To effectively progress in life, both self-forgiveness and forgiveness of the narcissistic abuser are imperative. With that matter settled, there is no time to waste. Immediate forward momentum is crucial. No loose ends remain. Ending a relationship with a narcissist demands considerable contemplation. Your body and brain undergo adaptive changes in response to the demands and stresses imposed by an incredibly demanding and tumultuous partner, all in an effort to ensure your survival. This strain impacts your entire being, affecting both your physical and mental well-being. Eventually, fatigue sets in, giving rise to an array of additional health issues. If you are experiencing both typical and rare symptoms associated with trauma, it becomes evident that the person you were involved with was indeed deeply troubled. Furthermore, there exist numerous other challenges you have endured, resulting in significant suffering. Before concluding this episode, I invite you to reflect on which of these signs resonates with you most strongly. Share your thoughts and insights in the comments section. This brings us to the end of today's installment. Let us prioritize better health as a temporary measure. Join us again in the next video as we delve further into this topic.